Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Kal, Halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akal Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone who teach and rule well to the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Peace, love, and salutations to the Akim in the four corners of this earth, pushing this word with all truth, sincerity, and fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And shalom to the speckled bird Akim and Akwat out there who are tuned in, listening and learning with the hopes of being edified, with the hopes of being saved by Yahweh Hashem El Shai, sincerely from this wicked ass society, from the under the thumb of Esau Edom, the devil who controls the so-called white man, who controls this earth right now, right? So this is the Brother Hall from GMS Kingston, Jamaica camp, and I'll just be going into the name of the Most High, just a small aspect of it, you know what I mean? Because as Scripture says, right, to build our foundation by what? By studying, and you know that basically in this truth you have to have a solid foundation in order to stand or endure the test of what's to come, the waves that are gonna wanna push you back and forth, right, to keep you stable so that you don't waver or ultimately, right, be removed from this truth, or the spirit being taken away from you, right? So you have to build up that foundation in Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai. I mean, and this is one of the basic, one of the main layer of the foundation, the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? And as I've said, I'm just gonna touch on a small piece of it here, which is Exodus 3 and 14, where it says, "I am that I am," because you have a lot of Hebrew Israelite well, one main camp, that's for sure. I think it is GLCC that pushed at the name of the Most High. It's Yahya, right? And they base it off Exodus 3 and 14, where the Most High told Moses, "I am that I am." So they're saying that that's where the Most High gave Moses his name, right? And they go into the word "I am" and see Haya, and say that, hey, that the name of the Most High is Haya, Yahya, right? When that isn't the name of the Most High, right? The name of the Most High is actually given unto Moses in verse 15, where the Most High says, "Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel." You know what I mean? But what was the Most High talking about in Exodus 3 and 14 when he told Moses, "I am that I am," right? Ultimately, just before I go into it, I'll just say it out, what Most High was saying is that, but he is, right, and was and is to come. That's what "I am that I am" means, that he is, he was, and he is to come, you know. So before I even go into that, let me bring 2 Timothy 2, verse 14. And as you can see, the Blue Letter Bible titles it "An Unashamed Workman," and that's what we should be as well. An unashamed work. We should be unashamed workmen. You know what I mean? Unashamed of this truth, unashamed of the work of the names of Yahweh Shemir Shai, and workmen, studying diligently, laboriously, because Scripture tells us that much studying is the wearing of the flesh. So 2 Timothy 2:14, "Of these things put them in remembrance, charging them before the Lord that they strive not about words to no profit, but to the subverting of the hearers. Study to shew thyself approved unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." And that's especially when it comes on to the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in Exodus 3. You know what I mean? Rightly dividing it, is reading it in context. When you read verse 15, you can clearly see that's where the Most High gave Moses his name. You know what I mean? But before that, he just told Moses that what? "I am," right? I am to be and was. You know what I mean? Practically, let me rephrase it again. He, right, what it means is that he is and was and is to come, That's what the Most High told Moses, right? "I am," was to be, and is to come. Most High is the past, future, and the present, right? He exists. That's it, and that's what his true name means, which is Yahweh. But verse 16, 2 Timothy 2 and 16, "But shun profane and vain babblings for they will increase unto more ungodliness. And you can really see that here, because these men that push the wrong name, they also talk about mermaids and talk about all a lot of different things. You know what I mean? Like Esau being saved. You know, it just leads on to more ungodliness, because that isn't in the scripture. Verse 17, and their word will eat as doth a canker, of whom is Hymenaeus and Philetus. Verse 18, who concerning the truth have erred, saying that the resurrection is past, and overthrow the faith of some. Verse 19, nevertheless, the foundation of Yahweh Shemir shall stand sure. You know what I mean? And that's what going into the milk is, studying the milk is. It builds a foundation. Everyone, every now and then, goes back to the milk. Everyone now and then goes back to the foundation, because to have a sturdy and sure foundation within this ministry, it is the best thing, right? It keeps you stable against the waves that might come, or crash, right, to and fro waves, meaning the different firstly philosophies of this world, the lusts of this world, all things, the spirits, demonic spirits of this world, all things that will wanna put you out of the way of this ministry, right? Having a sure foundation in your Bosh Mishra keeps you stable, rooted, grounded, right? It says, nevertheless, the foundation of your house standeth sure, having this seal. The Lord knoweth them that are his, and let everyone that nameth the name of Hamashiach depart from iniquity, right? And they call the Most High by all other names, that's iniquity. You know what I mean? Only one name the Most High have, and that's Yahweh, right? If he has titles, he has titles, like Al Shadia, God is a title as well, and even I am that I am, can be regarded as a title, because he is, right? He was, and he is to come, right? He is existence, right? But his true name is Yahweh, right? So I'm going to it, Exodus 3 and 13, and Moses said unto Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say unto me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you. Right? So again, the Most High told Moses that what? I am, I was, I am to be, You know what I mean? So I am, right? Hey, the existing one, right? The one that existed before time had sent you, right? But that isn't where the Most High gave his name. So now going to the word I am right here in the interlinear, right? You're gonna get Haya, right? Which is the past tense of the word Hawa. You know what I mean? And as you can see, your primitive root compare this is Hawa, which is the second portion of the Most High name, which is Yahweh, right? And let's see here. Alright, it says the KJV translates Strong's 81961 in the following manner: was, come to pass, came, has been, were happened, become, pertain, better before thee, better for thee. Right? It says to become, come to pass, exist, happen, fall out. Right? Let's go down a bit. It says be nifal, to occur, come to pass, to be done, to be brought about, to be done, to be finished, be gone. So as I can see, it's referring to the past. Now let's go into the primitive root, which is Hawa, which is the second portion of the Most High name, which is Yahweh. Right? It says okay. It says be thou, right? Alright. So Hawa, right? It says okay. Alright, it says be thou, be, shall be, may be, hath. You know what I mean? Fall, to be, become, exist, happen, right? So again, Haya is the past tense of the word Hawa. You know what I mean? Alright. Let me see if I can go back to the word Hawa real quick. Alright, it says alright, so as you can see, Hawa means what? To be, to exist, right? And then when you go into Haya, it says were, was, come to pass, came, has been, so to be, has been is the past, to be is the present, and even future tense as well, right? So it says Haya, primitive rule, compare, to exist, that is be or become, come to pass, right? And I also leave it right there, yo. You know what I mean? Let's jump back out of this. So let's go. Going back to Exodus 3 now, right? 3 and 14. It says, and Yahweh said unto Moses, I am that I am, meaning I was, I am to be, right? I was, I am to be, yo. You know what I mean? Roughly saying that what? He that is, was, and is to come. He that is, right, was, right, and is to come. You know what I mean? That's what it means when Moses says that I am that I am. Going to verse 15, it says, and Yahweh said, when God said unto Moses, and God said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, right? The Lord, power of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, hath sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. And you can see even right here, where Moses says, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel. He gave his name, and then he says, this is my name. He didn't say that when he said, I am that I am. He didn't say, oh, this is my name. But when he gave Yahweh, right, which it means he exists, right, he said, what? This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generation, So I am that I am, again, can be regarded as a title, meaning what the Most High is, was, and is to be. You know what I mean? And let's go into the word right here, verse 15. It says, alright, the word Lord right here, right? Alright, so you have Yahweh, right, which is the present form of Haya, So Yah, He, Hawa exists, right? So when I go down into it, it says, yeah, blue letter Bible go off when it says Jehovah, right? Because first there isn't a J in the Hebrew alphabet. There isn't a E, you know what I mean? And then there isn't a V, and then the letter J didn't come about to around the 1500s, right? So it says the existing one, right? The proper name of the one true power, right? Unprone to accept in the vowel pointing. We won't go there, but it says what the proper name of the one true power, the existing one. You know what I mean? And that's the name of the Most High, Yahweh. Yahweh, the existing one. He exists, right? He exists, and Hawa being the present and future tense of the word Haya, right? Meaning exists, is, right, to be, you know what I mean? How Haya mean was, has been, we're not going to again, I am that I am, the Most High what? Has been, was, you know what I mean? Is and is to be, that's Hawa, is and is to be, you know what I mean? So hey, that's just that hit on that. I won't even try to explain that in any further. I think the point has been made. It's just a quick lesson to the spirit of Yahweh and Shai. Hope this one was edifying. I mean, to the elect out there, especially to younger men as myself here that can build up more on the foundation. To be sturdy. I mean, because hey, win this for the long haul of it. We have to endure unto the end, right? Even though the end is nigh at hand. You know what I mean? But hey, we don't know exactly when the return will be, So hey, we still have to endure. We still have to build the foundation, right, to stand against what may come, right? So that gonna close out giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakam Kodash. Double honors again to our apostles and elders of James Great Millstone to teach and rule well through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. Peace, love, and salutations to the elect of Israel. Shalom.